Just saw and was reminded. Tommy Tuberville. Running for governor in Alabama. We got to talk about which college coaches
Which college coach would
have the best chance of being elected governor of Texas. Tricky.
It is tricky. It
Tricky
is
for
tricky.
an Auburn coach in Alabama.
That is true. Yeah.
But he's going to give it a whirl.
He's going to give it a whirl. That's tough.
But a little weirder here. You've got bigger factions.
All right.
There are two factions in Alabama, right? There are multiple factions here. If you are the former Texas coach, you got to deal with the Aggies.
I think there's an obvious answer here. I think there is one guy that I immediately go to from a personality standpoint, from a Texas born and bred standpoint.
Mac is an obvious choice. Oh, you mean someone else? Who you got?
David Bailiff. David Bailiff, Texas born, Texas bred.
Interesting.
Spent almost his entire career in Texas.
Does he have
everybody likes him. He's a super likable guy.
That's true.
He always seems very genuine and earnest.
Yes.
Now I would not wish a life in politics on anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not sending
No.
just throwing him to the wolves. But David Bailiff would be my immediately. That's the first guy that jumps to mind.
Look, I agree. Going to suffer from a lack of household name recognition.
That's true.
Everyone knows who Mac is.
Okay. So we can go.
Mac is your folksy grandfather.
So we can go. We can go former coaches.
Oh, absolutely.
Unfortunately, the late great Spike Dykes would have been
perfect.
Great choice.
Would have been perfect.
He would have been perfect.
Absolutely.
If you're not going with him, I think Jackie Sherrill could do some good work. But again, you're also going to fight the fact that no Longhorn is going to
for Jackie
right.
Sherrill.
Exactly right. Boy, that's tough. I'm trying to run through some coach. You think June Jones would win? Think Mike Price would win?
No.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I. You know what? Honestly, he doesn't have a ton of Texas ties, but you talk about a guy who's got the temperament and the guy who is who can do that. He was only here for 1 year, but Jim Grobe.
Sure.
Everything you heard about him was here's this. He was literally brought in. All due respect to him, he was brought in to be a politician, right? He's in there to go, everything is fine. Yep. We're all good.
Right.
Everything's cool. Jim Grobe would be a good choice. And there's Brian Welps. Yeah. So let us know, #DCTF Live, which Texas college coach do you think would make the best governor of Texas? Think about it. It's tougher than you think. Maybe Everett Withers at Texas State. He's a fiery guy. I can maybe do that.